Sorry, I got a notification for a shock drop live while we're filming. Is it gonna happen, folks? Probably not. We already know the drill, man. Oh, it's just those. I still have the highs. They look nice though. Hey, what's good, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these bad boys right here. This is the Nike Air Alpha Force 88, originally just known as the Nike Air Alpha Force back in 1988, but they are, making sure that you know when this shoe originally released, again, 1988. But they are back. I don't know if it's for the first time. I feel like I've seen these before, but it also could have just been the Alpha Force 2s. I'm not sure. There's so many of these that look like these from that era that have retroed periodically, so if these have retroed before, please let me know. But all I know is that there was a little bit of controversy behind this shoe because when they were first unveiled as the retro, supposed to be originally a Billie Eilish collab, and I don't know why. What the hell does she got to do with these? No offense to her or anything, but like, it's like, dude. No. So I understand where people were frustrated about that, but I don't know what really happened between then and now, because there doesn't seem to be any Billie Eilish anything about this anywhere, whether it be on the shoes, in the box, on the insole, or even on sneakers. In fact, when you go and check the shoe's description out on sneakers, it's really odd because they actually name drop MJ as wearing the shoe, and I get it, he did wear the shoe. There's been some like speculation. Some people say that he's only worn these in a game once, whereas some people said that he's worn them up to 2 to 3 times. I don't know which one's true, but just letting you guys know that there's different reports out there. But anyways, these things are back, and I don't want to say that they're better than ever or anything like that, but they did do a good job, so we're gonna talk about it. And with that being said, oh wait, did I say like why? I thought it was weird that they name dropped MJ. I don't think I did. Let me redo that. Sorry, guys. And the reason why I think that it's just weird that they're name dropping MJ on sneakers within the item's description is just because this wasn't his shoe. Like, yes, he wore these in between the Air Jordan 2 and the Air Jordan 3s, but again, it wasn't his shoe. It's not like he wore them like a ton of times or for a full season or for a significant game or anything like that. He just decided to put these on instead of his 2s for whatever reason. I would like to know that reason. Just saying. But anyways, this shoe right here was most known for Charles Barkley. This was not technically his signature shoe, but the Air Force line, especially back in the 80s, was really known for being on his feet. So when we go like all the way to the 90s and we talk about the up-tempo stuff, and a lot of people are like, oh, those are the Scottie Pippens, even though they're technically not Scottie Pippens, not until his actual signature shoes, the Pippen 1s and so on. This is like that, where they used Barkley to market the hell out of this shoe, and it worked, because back then, Charles Barkley was a beast. He wore the hell out of these. He wore the hell out of these. He got a PE version of the Alpha Force 2s, and then he wore a whole ton of different Air Force models until he got his own signature shoe as well. So I don't know why they're, really forcing MJ on this thing. Like, it reminds me kind of like the Airship thing, where it's like they like completely wiped that away from history, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, you guys are right. It wasn't the Air Jordan 1 that was banned. It was the Airship. Here, let's bring them out. This is one of those things where it's like, why are you trying to rewrite history? So the only thing that I can think of is maybe Charles Barkley is no longer under contract with Nike, therefore they cannot use his name or likeness. At least not without a fee. Boom, cut the check. Anyways, back to the shoe. The outsole, very similar to
the Jordan 1. The Jordan 3.
Wow, were you with me? Please tell me you just with me.
I'm always trolling.
She does it with such a straight face, you never know. Bazinga. But anyway, yes, the Air Jordan 3 outsole is basically right here. It's not identical or anything like that, but this shoe and the Air Revolution, which was the precursor to the Air Jordan 3, and then the Air Jordan 3, all feature very similar outsole tooling. So if this looks familiar, that's why. Now, in addition to the Air Jordan 3-esque outsole, we have a 4-foot cup sole, which is really interesting. It looks a little funny in hand, I will say, but when you put these on feet, man, they look dope as shit. Kind of like this shirt. What do you guys think about this? Its freshness level is over 9,000. What, 9,000? If you like this shirt and you're in our area, the Sacramento or Elk Grove area, head over to Phenom. That's also where you can get the shoes, by the way. Not right now, but on release day. And they got some of these over there. They're pretty badass, I gotta say. Anyways, like I was saying, this shoe looks a little funny in hand, but once you put them on feet, I think that they're mad dope. And in addition to the cup sole area right here that is stitched very similarly to like an Air Force 1 or the Air Jordan 3 4-foot and Air Jordan 1 cup sole and all that stuff, the back section is polyurethane and it's exposed. So inside of this polyurethane, polyurethane midsole is an encapsulated air sole unit. The image that you see on the screen is actually of the second version of this shoe, so the Alpha Force 2s, but same exact tech specs were carried over. The tooling was slightly different, so the forefoot in the next version was very similar. Same with the outsole. The midsole they changed slightly though. It almost looks like a cross between the Airflight 89 and these guys. But anyways, that's what's inside. The insole is an ortholite or an ortholite style of insole. It's actually quite firm, even though it's the light blue stuff. So I don't know if it's an official ortholite insole, but it's in there. You can take it out if you want to and put in anything that you want. I'm probably just gonna leave it in there because whatever. Now, as far as the materials are concerned on sneakers, they state that it's premium leather.
Wrong.
Probably premium to Nike standards, but not to like actual premium standards. You know what I mean? One of the things that I think is really weird though, and this kind of ties back to the whole Billie Eilish thing, is that the original shoe that we all saw on social that was leaked, the original shoe was all smooth leather and stuff, just like the original version from 1988. And then when I looked at catalog images of the retro, that one also featured smooth leather. And then when I got these in, I was like, what the happen? It's super pebbly and I don't like it. How it went from smooth leather to sample stage smooth leather to catalog samples smooth leather to retail pair, this I don't know. It kind of reminds me of those Airflight 89s that I bought a while back. The product image is one thing, and when I got in the shoe, the materials weren't even the same.
What a little bitch!
But anyways, the material is pretty nice for what it is. I think that most people, when you grab these, you will be satisfied with the quality of the leather. Now, the rest of the features on the shoe, you can just tell they share similarities between multiple Nike models. You can see the eyelets and things like that are very similar or reminiscent of what they use on the Air Revolution, as well as the Air Jordan 3. It's very standard to kind of like reuse or repurpose things like that. That way you're only paying for certain molds and tooling, and then you can put them on all of your shoes and things like that. It just saves you costs. It's a smart thing to do if you're a company. The forefoot area does feature the forefoot strap. We've seen straps just like this on multiple Air trainers. We've even seen it on the Jordan Legacy 312s.
Believe it or not, Nightwing's not home. Please leave a message at the beep. I must be out or I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home.
This is so fucking good.
Supposedly, this is the shoe that it took the strap from. It was the Jordan 1, the Jordan 3, and then the strap off of these guys. Now, one of my favorite features of the shoe is actually the tongue. Not the material though, the material is crap. It's just a vinyl material, but the logo on there, man, that old school Force logo is sick. And then the rear collar is really interesting. It's got this like quilted almost look to it. It's also got this silky sheen and everything. I really like the way that it looks. It all looks OG outside of the leather and everything. So again, I think that most people, when you're looking at this, if you feel nostalgia for this model, which I personally do not, then I think that you should be overall happy minus the whole leather thing. However, even though I don't have nostalgia for the shoe, I still look at this and be like, yo, these are dope. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, I think that they fit true to size. So whatever you typically wear, that's exactly what I would get. If you wear Jordan 3s, very similar fit. So true to size, you should be good to go. One of the things that they definitely did well is the overall shape and everything. Like they're not like squared and boxy and stuff like that, especially once your foot's in there, it just looks really sleek. I really do dig it. So yeah, I hope that everybody that really wants a pair or wants to acquire a pair again is happy with them. And if you do not have a pair of these, but maybe you always wanted to, sound off below and let us know what you think about them down below in the comment section. Also, really weird question, but what do you think about using MJ as the marketing? This is not even a Jordan brand shoe. It's a Nike basketball shoe. Now it's a Nike sportswear shoe. So why are they using MJ in its marketing? I just think it's really strange, especially when it was Barkley's shoe. They could have alluded to Barkley a little bit. Oh, this dude wore them plus MJ. I think that would have been better, but maybe I'm off base. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to know your thoughts on that subject, especially old heads, because you guys already know it's not an MJ shoe. It's Barkley's.
Yes, I still got it.
But anyways, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you guys on the next one. So until then, have a good one.